Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Generator Founder Series Spotlight. My name is Troy Vossler, co-founder of Generator, and today I'm joined by Avi, founder and CEO of FLUIX AI. Welcome, Avi.
Thank you so much for having me, Troy.
And I do have to make a joke. Normally, I never wear a suit, right? So I'm actually at a federal government contracting conference in Washington D.C. So forgive me on the extra formal attire. But let's jump into it. Avi, first, please introduce yourself and your company. Tell us about FLUIX AI. How did it get started? What's your background? A little bit of the genesis story for the company. Let's kick it off there.
Sure. My name is Abhishek Sastri, CEO and founder of FLUIX. I'm a data center nerd through and through. Our company, FLUIX, first of all, what we do is we're developing AI control systems that make data centers flexible. So the software that we've developed is our AI controls data centers' cooling systems, makes them more efficient. And with such a big push for making data centers as compute dense as possible, every watt of energy saved could be used for more compute. So think of us as a software that controls fan speed, set points, everything that you would see in an industrial cooling system in a data center. But it did not start that way, right? I have a amazing co-founder that his background was in AI for physical systems. My background was actually I went to college for aerospace engineering, but rather than spending time in that, I was developing water-cooled computers. So I had a small business building and selling PCs. At age 20, me and my first co-founder in my first business, we invented a liquid cooling solution, got a patent on it. So it was a new way of cooling down computers. And that got me an understanding of not just the high performance computing environment, but the data center environment as well too. Over the course of a couple of years, we got to visit over 30 plus data centers in the Southeast United States. I also got to work inside a DoD data center where I got to understand what it takes of running this environment, this mission critical environment as well too. So that was kind of our start. I'm sure we're going to get into it a little bit more, but it really evolved from how much you can push the limits of high performance computing with liquid cooling, and it quickly transitioned to what's best for the facility and how can AI be used to make facilities more efficient.
All a very good cause. Um, and then what's the current status of FLUIX AI? Whether you define that as traction, revenue, customers, fundraising, whatever you're comfortable sharing, how do you think about your current status and traction?
What's really exciting is I'm actually in a data center today in Tennessee. We're operational in three data centers in Tennessee, Florida, and Bogota, Colombia. Our
Congrats.
customers have trusted us to allow our AI to do three main things. One, give them all the different information about their facility all in one place. It's a very big problem in our industry. Multiple different equipment speaks to different software. Two, give them insights on how they can save energy or optimize their facility. And three, which is the most exciting, we're controlling their essential cooling systems using AI. So they're not making the changes themselves. The AI is autonomously managing these systems. Uh, it's mission critical, as you can imagine. If things go wrong, there could be a lot of bad things that could happen. But this is why it takes time meeting with the customer, seeing everything in real time. Aside from that, one thing I can share is aside from those three data center companies we work with, we're also backed by one of the largest utilities in the United States, Tennessee Valley Authority. We're in a co-funded pilot with them as well too, which is really, really exciting. We've raised about $2.1 million in safe funding. We're a small and lean team. We're based in the Bay Area. And I guess our goal for the next 12 months is we want to be the most deployed autonomous control system for data centers in the world. So that's what we're gauging to for the next couple of months.
I like it. And congrats with Tennessee Valley Authority. That's awesome. Um, so next I would ask, where are you located? You mentioned the Bay Area. Why the Bay Area? Is that where you grew up or where you went to school or what leads the company and you to be based there?
So I was born in Bangalore, India. I spent most of my childhood in Canada, came over to the US in 2009, grew up as a South Floridian, went to school at UCF in Orlando, Florida. We've traveled a lot. So when the company started, based on what we're doing now in 2022, I was still based in Florida. And we saw three things happening. We said, hey, we're really on the cutting edge of AI. AI for mission critical, physical AI for these systems. Where's the best talent for this? So all in one place, right? Talent, you can find talent pretty much anywhere on the planet, but where our success rate, our strike zone will be higher. Two, funders, right? What we're doing is fairly out there, and there's certain type of investors that might like what we're doing. And three, where is the largest subset of energy constraints and data center companies all in one place? So we landed in the Bay Area. Obviously, Virginia, a lot of data center companies. Obviously, New York and the Bay and London, a lot of different types of investors. But if you look at those three things, talent in our industry, data centers, and investment, the Bay Area is quite unique. So we moved out to the Bay in 2023, and we actually opened up our own data center lab in 2025 this year. So we have a small lab in the Bay Area where we run experiments where we really push the frontier of physical AI as well too.
That's awesome. And now you went through our CO.LAB accelerator powered by gener8tor. When was that? And tell us more about your gener8tor experience.
It was in beginning of 2024, working with gener8tor and co-lab. What's really exciting is working with the managing director, John Donna, working with the whole team over there. What our focus was is who can we pilot with, which was really, really exciting at the time. And because of the relationship with Tennessee Valley Authority and how they supported the program as well too, and how gener8tor supported us, we started that process of introducing this concept of flexible data centers with the utility back in 2024. What was really, really exciting was through the program, we understood what it takes to build trust, go through the sales process, working with a large entity, how to understand who can champion the deal, what type of contracts that would look like. All of that was really helpful going through the program. And even after program, I don't know how many times I would bother Donna. I would call her every other week and she would coach me through, kind of the obstacles. And finally, from the relationships that we built in the program, we landed that contract with the utility, which is really cool. It's a pilot contract. It's quite exciting, and they vetted us over the course of several months. And what's exciting is 2 days from now, the utility is coming here to the site. And we have another utility I can't name, but they're coming to the site and they're going to see our AI working in real time. That could not have happened from without the relationships that we built during the gener8tor program. So
Love
that
it.
was quite exciting.
That's such a great story. And definitely shout out to Donna. She's a fantastic managing director. And we're really fortunate to have her. And I always love hearing stories like that from founders that she has worked with. So kudos to Donna. Um, Avi, how would you say the accelerator helped you the most?
It would definitely be understanding sales processes. I was never afraid of, when I had my liquid cooling company and when I worked for the DoD, I would take 4 hour long lunch breaks and cold call computer manufacturers because I was selling computer coolers to computer manufacturers. So I was never afraid of getting in front of the customer, reaching out to the customer. But one thing that really helped me through the program is how to set a process where I can be consistent, where I can understand where I am in the process. The biggest problem with selling enterprise sales is you'll go out there, you'll do all this work, but you won't know where the deal's at. You won't know who's doing what. You won't know what's the next steps or how do I follow up. So they'll be in this long time of ambiguity. And a lot of people that have done B2B sales know the process, right? They know when a customer says this, what could happen. Really working through the gener8tor program, I got to understand how to set up a process, how to engage large entities, how to push a deal forward, how to set certain expectations. Also, by the time you think you have a pilot contract, you don't know if legal or financial diligence will even cut the contract, right? So it's how do you really find your internal champion through the deal? And all those learnings that we got to experiment with. What was the coolest part of the gener8tor program is it wasn't just getting feedback and writing notes. It was actually going out there having conversations with customers, taking all that feedback and talking with the gener8tor team and saying, okay, this is kind of where we're at with the customer. What should we do next? So it was putting into play everything that we learned. All of that I still use today. So I've even sharpened my sales skills, and I think that was one of the most valuable things that I learned through the program.
Oh, that's a great story. Thanks for sharing. Um, Having been through an accelerator now, what advice do you have for entrepreneurs or founders that are considering an accelerator program?
Definitely understand that you should go all in. The worst thing that could happen is you either half-ass something or you don't go all in. And these programs can either take you 10x to the next level. What we did after Generator is not only did we land a utility, we raised funding, we closed our safe round, we grew our team. That really happens, and you know a lot of the other members during the cohort did great things as well. But that only happens if you go 110% in. So that's one, being transparent, open and honest and transparent about what's actually happening in the company. Two, bothering your managing director and program director. Pick up the phone and say, hey, this is what's going on. How can we work through this? And number three, open to feedback. One thing that we're really good as founders is we're the captain of our ship, which is really great. We get to make decisions. But what's really good is you get to have advisors and mentors that can decide guardrails so you don't hit, you know, a rock or even, you know, break down in the middle of a cohort. So you really got to make sure that if you're going to do a program like this and you're considering something, go all in. That's the only way to 10x what's going to happen with your company post program.
That's really good advice. Tell us about your favorite part of the program or perhaps the favorite connection that you made as a result of going through Generator.
Oh, what was really cool was we went through a program in Tennessee, in Knoxville, Tennessee, and the program was in Chattanooga. But even though it was in Chattanooga, we got to travel all across Tennessee, so seeing familiar faces. What was really cool was we got to work with getting access to local and state level municipality and utilities that we wouldn't have been able to get access to without the program. These people are very busy, right? There's over 5 gigawatts of new load being added by data centers in the region, so they're busy crunching away. So even to get their attention was quite difficult. So with the program, we got not only did we get their attention, we got face-to-face conversations with them. Now, understand when you're meeting with an entity like this, there could be 7, 8 people that are there as a committee that make a decision. That's 7, 8 people's payroll. And they've had countless meetings with us, which was really great. So through that program, what the most valuable thing was building that relationship with the utility. That is so valuable. You can't buy that. So that was one of the most exciting things. And the fact that they actually paid attention to us.
Yeah, it's important. Relationships matter. I agree. So opening those doors, always valuable. All right, Avi, the last question I always ask each entrepreneur is, if you had one ask for this audience, people watching this video, maybe it's an introduction, investor advice, mentorship, customers, what would your ask be?
I think what we've really shown, and we have data to back this, is we know how to work with utilities. They're having a hard time handling this data center load. We're working with a major utility now. We have a second one coming in and seeing what we're doing. If there is a utility out there that is trying to figure out new ways of enabling flexible data centers that are safe, that want to work with a technology company that understands this, that's been through this, we love introductions to utilities dealing with that problem. We know that there's a huge load growth demand from data centers. Going about this the right way, that's safe, that also alleviates load onto the grid and alleviates constraints on the grid is super important. And it takes a company that's been on the ground like we have to be able to do so. So if there's members out there that would like to introduce us to a utility, you can email me. It's abhi at fluix, FLUIX.ai, or you can go to fluix.ai to learn more. And I really appreciate the intro.
I love it. Great question, great advice. Thank you so much, Avi, founder and CEO of FLUIX AI. Make sure to check out the link. We'll include the link in the description here to the video. And if you have any of those referrals to utility companies that are working with data centers, please follow up with Avi. So, Avi, thank you so much. Best of luck with FLUIX AI, and appreciate you sharing your story.
Thanks, Troy.